I just wanted to introduce Mr. Bodhisattva, and he is here, and he's giving us spiritual guidance and counsel right now. So this is going to be a huge spirit guide in my world, Mr. Bodhisattva. And he is teaching me a lot of things. A lot of things he's teaching. Mr. Bodhisattva sees himself. And he is adorable. He's 9 weeks old. And he's a Gemini. So for any single French bulldogs out there, he's too young to date. But you never know in the future. He's a stud. Right, is that Mr. Bodhisattva? Isn't that right, Mr. Bodhisattva? A Buddha that didn't want to leave. So, in the course of awakening and caring for people and little precious souls like this, I had this idea, and I feel that it is a lot like what we're experiencing right now in this world. We're having a challenge. It's a challenge. It's a big challenge, right? And hopefully you can hear me. Thumbs up if you can hear us. The most powerful element in the world is love. Love is the most engaging element ever. It is the game changer. Because love is not what you get. Love is what you give. Love is, it's intoxicating when you give it from your heart. It's not as rewarding when you only are looking for receiving love. And I feel that we've been programmed. We've been programmed with scarcity. We've been programmed to seek love, but not to set ourselves up for love. Because love is really looking for you all the time. And the way that love looks for you is like how little Mr. Bodhisattva depends on me. He loves me. He wants to see me. He wants to hold me. He is crazy. He's a crazy Gemini. He has crazy energy. And he exercises my patience. And a lot of times love isn't exactly what you think. Love isn't just this brass ring that you reach out for. I think it's time that we check Schedule A and rethink the brass ring that we're reaching for. Imagine for a minute if you made bliss the brass ring that you were reaching for. Bliss. Not a kiss, not success, not some of the things that are kind of existential, that are materialistic. But the things that are just within your reach. Like what's within your reach right now that will give you bliss. And it requires you to reach out into the ether and pull it towards you. And your actions reach out. Your actions project. Your actions are always inviting love. Now, sometimes it's tough love. When our patterns and our scarcity and our suffering is showing up, and it sets us up to split us open, to separate us from the ideas that we think love is. Sometimes love serves that purpose. And when we alienate that and we call suffering this irreverent evil force that is trying to sabotage our lives, we miss the actual guidance, the lesson that love has to bring to us. Like when he does a poop, it isn't pretty, and it happens a lot, and it's up to me to make sure that he can operate at his optimum and make sure it's all cleaned up. He can't do it himself. And love does a lot of things that are selfless. Love does a lot of things that really don't necessarily get a direct response. But I know that what he gives me back, despite what I have to give, is joy. I don't give it because of a requirement. I give it because it comes from me, and I'm really self-discovering love as I operate at this place, providing love, providing protection, providing a resource, providing encouragement. I wrote down this, as you all know, I like to write, right? And what I wrote was 2 things. Everything that you say is encouragement. And I know we like to use the word discouragement. We like to use the words negative. But I think the power isn't in identifying a negative construct or to disable ourselves with the term that something is discouraging. It's actually encouraging. As you're chewing my microphone. You're chewing my microphone, Mr. Bodhisattva. So think of it like this. Encouragement. I moved him up and I'm directing him. I'm redirecting his chewing of my microphone. He's participating in the lesson. So I redirect and reconnect, and I go towards what is much more blissful. I don't yell no, at least I try not to. It is socially conditioned for me to yell no. No is a social conditioning mechanism because we're told it. We're told to accept no. But really, no is not appropriate. Encouragement can be when you say the word no or when you say the word yes. You have to choose. What behavior you're encouraging. If you yell no, or if you spank a puppy, or if you yell at your partner or something, you're encouraging a response. Not discouraging, you're encouraging. You're engrossing. You are engaging. You are literally incorporating a response mechanism to how you project yourself. So it is a form of encouragement, even though we could argue the dis or the regular. So the other thing I wanted to point out, and I wrote this down, are you trapped in the fear of losing the life you never had? Are you trapped in the fear of losing the life you never had? That's a question only you can answer. Because the life you've never had seems to dominate a lot about what you're looking for. And everybody right now is afraid of the CV, the CV 1984. People are afraid of the Maxine. People are afraid of the Cyrus, right? Why are they afraid of it? Most people are afraid of it because they haven't lived the life that they wanted. Because they haven't engaged it in the way they want. Most people still are planning for that life. They're setting aside something for that life. They don't know how to engage it right now. Most likely because they don't feel secure. They don't feel that they deserve it, or they feel that it's going to cost more, that they don't have enough to live that life. But the funny thing is, while you're looking towards the life you want, you're losing the life you have. Right? Isn't that right, my buddy? Isn't that right, Mr. Bodhisattva? Do you have any good information for us today? Any good information? It is my new kid. He's this Mr. Bodhisattva. AKA, oh, he's a little hot. AKA Batman. He's got hands and feet, and he's wearing a mask. I'm going to set him down because he's getting hot. He's a little sweaty. So, that's just a little break from understanding. And again, let me read this real quick. Are you trapped in the fear of losing the life you never had? Are you trapped in the fear of losing the life you never had? When you're afraid to die, there's a couple... See, like, I'm not afraid to die. I don't want to die. I never would want to die. It's not something that I would find very, very blissful because there's so much that I enjoy about this life. I enjoy so much about where I'm at and what I'm doing. I enjoy being here and helping. I enjoy being part of so many things. I'm so excited that the lines are being drawn very clearly with the people that I can trust and call my tribe. I feel very empowered that what's transpiring in the world is splitting it open. It's splitting it open, isn't it, Mr. Bodhisattva? It's showing us something amazing about ourselves. It's showing us a resiliency, but it's also showing us who we need to depend on, who's in our group, right? It's taking us back to the tribal, ritualistic style. Some people say yes, some people say no. Some people are afraid, some people are not. Those that are fearless will find each other. Those that are in fear will also find each other. And that's completely fine. That's completely perfect. And I'm not afraid of death. And I think that's why I live in a definitive way. I define my reality in a very open and a very kind of nonchalant way because I'm not afraid to die. And being afraid to die is a hindrance in how you live your life right now. And again, like I'll say, most people are afraid to die or they're afraid to live their life. And I don't know why. I mean, there's so much to live. There's so much to be thankful for. There's so much to do. And part of it probably is that their inner child is trapped. It's fearful. It's afraid to love. So I just wanted to pop in and say hello and say we wanted to greet and do a meet and greet. We wanted to do a bodhisattva meet and greet. We wanted to say hi. And bodhisattva is before you become a Buddha. So it means that you stayed here to help people. So he stayed here. Look, look, what's that? Look, look, look. He's the bodhisattva. So everybody have a great day. I will do a card reading later on tonight, and I will post it on my Patreon. We'll do lives now. Lives are going to be on Wednesday nights. I'm changing it from Thursday to Wednesday for the real readings because I've been having some issues and I got to do some stuff on Thursdays. So everybody have a great day. Have a beautiful time. Don't be afraid of the future because there is no future that isn't today. Live your life blissfully. Be engaged. Give love. Give everything you've got to love. And you'll never, ever look back with regret. Facing your future isn't about looking so far beyond this moment. Your power isn't in the future. Your power is understanding your past and being present. The future has no power. The future distracts you from your potential and your power that you need right now. And I think that's why everybody's so scared, and that's why everybody's trying to get the shot, because they're afraid to lose the future because they don't have the present. The present is waiting. It's requiring you. It needs you. It needs your love. It needs your engagement. It needs you to stop and recognize it. Your power is here. Your power is not in your plan. Your power is not in your shit hits the fan plan. Your power is not in the wedding down the road. Your power isn't in that relationship that's not working out, and whether or not it will work out. It won't work out if you don't work it now. The power is in today. Like, I can't train a good dog if I don't start every minute. Every minute is a training moment. Every minute is a love moment. The moment that is not, and the moment I lose focus, the moment that it's out of focus, the moment he doesn't recognize me, the moment he won't trust me. If I break trust and if I don't show up today, tomorrow is useless. Whether you have a shot or not. If you're not present, it doesn't matter. You're just buying more suffering. You're just buying more confusion. If you could live another 10 years and continue to tell yourself, one day it will be the way I want, those 10 years are worthless. So, peace, light, and love. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bodhisattva says, bye-bye. We'll talk to you soon. Peace, light, and love.